we've just waited 2 weeks to watch Manchester United get embarrassed by Everton at home. I mean, a very, very poor performance. And I think AMORIM, definitely one of the worst results we've had and performances we've had this season. It was nowhere near good enough. And Everton did deserve thoroughly to get the win. I think you look at how Manchester United played in that game. From minute 1 to minute 9, he wasn't good enough. And I thought after the red card, I thought it'd be 3-0, if I'm being honest. But we were very, very sloppy. It was a big chance to get into the top 4, go 2 points behind Liverpool. Like, what was that performance? It was toothless for Manchester United, no energy. Every single player was sloppy. The goal, listen, it's a good goal by Dewsbury Hall, but still, after that, you expect United to get at least 1 goal. Bruno had an open chance, which he missed. He had a few shots from wide as well, and Burmo had a few snapshots. De Ligt at the end had chances, but I just think AMORIM got it all wrong today. I think from the team selection, from again not adapting to the red card, I think there were a few personnel changes that he could have made and he left it too late on. Again, Gary Neville in commentary was going crazy with Luke Shaw not stepping up, which again I agree with. I think Euro, we could have seen more of that. Maybe keeping Masraoui on the pitch would have been better. But it's really frustrating to see the performance. I think that was more than anything. We were on a run of 5 unbeaten games. Yes, Forest and Spurs weren't great, but it was a good bit of momentum there. That you thought, listen, Everton, they were for the taking, but they came to Manchester United with a game plan. And ultimately they stuck to it. They were pressing high. And United just looked toothless, didn't know what to do. There wasn't that one player. Normally it was in Burmo. Obviously of recent it's been Bruno. Or the other way around, so usually it's Bruno, but of late it has been in Burmo. And you look at one player who can take the game, and just no one did it. I think we did miss Cunha massively again, but you look at the players that we had, we should have done enough to get the win. Xerxes today, again, had a few snapshots, but again, I don't think his presence was enough for me. And I just think as a team defensively, we just look clueless. And I think that's on AMORIM. Some of the players were shocking. I think AMORIM's tactical flexibility was exposed. And listen, the amount of times we had the ball, Shaw, Euro, De Ligt had the ball on the edge. Mainly Shaw and Euro had it on the edge. And we're just passing it sideways. They need to see that progressive passing. And again, that's where hopefully Martinez in the next few games to start coming back into the team. But it was a huge opportunity. Liverpool losing. Liverpool City losing. Like, it was a perfect opportunity for United to get 3 points and make some ground. But there was no urgency. And it was of late, Old Trafford's been great. But it was a typical performance where you expect United to get the job done. Listen, in the 5 games, we've beaten Liverpool, who are better than Everton. Obviously, the table might not prove that, but they are a better side. And we just couldn't get the job done today. Like, this is the first time David Moyes has ever won a game at Old Trafford. First time Everton have won since 2013 at Old Trafford. Like, we needed that since the red card. And you look at that red card, I don't think it probably was a red. But again, it just puts United in the favour then. And we just couldn't break them down. Yes, I thought the team we started with, I thought Masraoui, defensive, showed Everton that probably bit of respect that we didn't need to show them. I think the choice of Dorgu, I thought he was very, very bad today. And then obviously, listen, I'm not going to go in on the team from the start because, listen, that's the team AMORIM picked. But after the red card, there had to be some sort of flexibility. I think taking off one of the centre backs, or even taking off Euro for Mount and then moving Masraoui to right centre back. He has that full-back instinct, can progress the ball through, was probably one of the best things to do in that scenario, but it just wasn't good enough at the start from United. It was sloppy in possession, sloppy playing out from the back. There was no urgency, no intensity, and it was a completely embarrassing performance. And I think AMORIM knows this was a shock to the system, and I think it'd be interesting to see what AMORIM says after the game. But I think he knows it's genuinely one of the worst 90 minutes I think I've seen. And we've been waiting over 2 weeks for this game just to see that embarrassing performance. And the goal, listen, it's a great sort of bit of play from United, but yeah, it was just very, very poor. It's the first time United as well have lost to an opposition who have picked up a red card. And the fact that we were set up defensively, just not good enough. Yeah, I think 80 minutes, 10 men, just very, very poor. and there was just no intensity. Yes, we had chances, and there were shots here and there. Pickford made a good save, a couple of good saves from Xerxes. Mount had that pass to Bruno, which he should have scored, but there just wasn't enough intensity. And I think, again, the subs, I don't think they were made at the right time. They should have been made earlier. I think bringing on Dallo, yes, Dorgu had a poor game, but I would have brought on Shaw, put him to left wing back. Ahmad, I think, should have started the game at right wing back, but ultimately the game's done. We can only kind of reflect on it. But Everton, listen, credit to them, they thoroughly deserved the win. They pressed United very, very well and caused us problems from minute 1 to minute 90, which, again, we probably expected from a David Moyes side and the Everton side that have looked very, very good this season. I think we underestimated what we were going to get. Pickford, again, had a very, very good game for them. So when you keep out a game like that, but again, for United to be on a 0-goal difference, 18 points, drawing to an Everton side who for 70 odd minutes had 10 men. Like, just the intensity and urgency wasn't there. I think Ahmad, again, he tried to create something, but it was awfully very static. Bruno was dropping into ridiculously deep positions to try and dictate play. But Everton, they were just rigid defensively. They defended very, very well. And yeah, I think they had a very, very good display and thoroughly deserved to get the win. 1-0 at Old Trafford. Again, I thought defensively we were very, very poor. I think the only decent centre-back was De Ligt. I thought Yoro was pretty poor today. I thought Shaw, again, we just needed a bit more intensity from Shaw, with him being one of the most, or probably the most experienced player in the squad. In games like this, he should know what to do better, I think. Listen, I think you can give a bit of leeway to Yoro, and Gary Neville was saying it on commentary. But yeah, it was very, very poor from United. We go from here, but I would say it was just a completely embarrassing display. We need to do better. And again, we go again. We'll see what AMORIM says.